The Sharks are back in an all-new season of Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs from across the country dream of a chance to secure an investment and gain powerful partners to start, grow, or save their businesses. If the Sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
Mark, would you like to go in with me?
You'd be insane not to take that.
And they'll fight each other for a piece of the action.
I'll give you more cash. Did you just jump in on my geek?
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
Mama taught me how to bake.
This company's going to be a lot bigger than $10 million.
Wow.
It's sink
You're telling me you can't control your own destiny.
or swim.
This girl served 15 months in Afghanistan for you.
So,
Well, you are making money.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. Damon John is a fashion mogul and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the Shark Tank is Jay Jones, an American who believes he has perfected a traditional English treat.
Hi, I'm Jay Jones from Denver, Colorado. My company is Jones Scones, and I'm asking for $100,000 for 25% of my company. Let me tell you why Jones Scones are awesome. It's because they're authentic. They're just like the scones you would find in England and not the cardboard icing-covered copies that you find in some coffee chains here. Now, I started making scones for the usual reasons, and that's pretty much England and women. When I lived in England, I was there for school and some other adventures. I fell in love with my local bakery's scones. And when I came home to go to law school in D.C., I could not find a scone that did not taste like compressed sand. So Mama taught me how to bake. I made a scone. And I would make them for friends. They helped out when I was dating. So I put my law career on hold, and I dove in headfirst, had no capital, was delivering scones in my Jeep. So I have some scones for you to try. Some blueberry. Blueberry? That's blueberry. Thank you.
All right, I'm a chocolate girl. Is there
Oh,
a
yes.
chocolate?
Oh, yes.
Is that blueberry up there?
It's blueberry.
Oh,
Get it on.
me a blueberry. Okay.
You want a blueberry?
yes, sir. Mark, you can share half mine. That's what's up right there. Jay, why is it so dry? Is that on purpose?
Our scones tend to be more moist. If you're experiencing a dryness, I find that to be unusual.
Scones are on the drier side. They're not like a muffin, more like a biscuit.
Are scones typically a breakfast food?
Yes.
They are. Jay, what are you selling in terms of the scone? Are the scones selling cash?
Yes.
How much?
We are selling right now $5,000 worth of scones a month.
A month.
Yes.
Why are your scones better than the other typical scones?
Well, number one, that cream style that we talked about. Number two, they're all natural. So we found a home in Whole Foods.
You're in Whole Foods.
One store, right?
No, we're in 6 stores now in the Denver, Rocky Mountain region and in Utah.
Why can't you get all the stores?
We were. And might as well kick into the sales talk. At one point, we were selling $113,000 worth of scones a month. We sold $500,000 of these over the course of the life of
What
the business.
happened, Jay?
Yeah.
Well,
This is not good.
is this a bad story?
No, it's not a bad story, because I'm here.
All right, tell us.
What we did was we expanded. We went from Denver out to California, and we picked a new manufacturer. Terrible mistake. I was not able to oversee my co-packing the way I should have. When I had to correct that mistake, we didn't have capital to fix it. We had to pull back. So sales came back down to 75,000 last year, or 2 years ago, and 65.
So they didn't manufacture good product for you? Was that the problem?
They didn't
You couldn't
do it
oversee
right.
it, so you couldn't come in
It's
and
not their
test
fault.
it?
It's my fault. I should have been out there more to watch the product. And frankly, I should have been talking to people like you before I expanded, because we would have had the capital to maintain the ground that I worked so hard to earn.
Are those same stores now willing to give you another chance?
Yes, we know that in Denver, and we believe so in California.
How long have you been in the Denver Whole Foods, and how many times have they reordered?
7 years.
7 years?
Yeah. We went from selling $37,000 worth of scones in 07 to selling 60.5 in 08 to selling 113 in 2009.
I'm not a big scone guy.
I could tell.
But when I walk into Whole Foods today, do I see only Jones scones, or do I see multiple manufacturers of scones?
People have done scones locally. Nobody has gone into the scones category and said, hi, I'm Jones. We've got a brand, we've got somebody you can attach it to.
So it's a fragmented market. You're trying to become the brand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but after 6-7 years of around 60,000, 1 year pop to 130, what will $100,000 do that will be so magical this year?
We are going to hire food brokers, which is the way to get our sales force out there. The biggest cost that we have is feeding people the scones.
You know what, man, Jay, you are such a likable person. I just don't like it.
Let me continue on
You
how
don't
we
have
get
to with me. I like you, but I'm out.
Okay. We looked at what we can sell the scones for. Whole Foods, actually, each store sells $368 worth of scones, selling 12 cases a month. That says we're going to have about $250,000 in sales.
Potential. But here's the reality that I see. You've been in business for 10 years. Your sales in the last 3 have actually declined. Lots of potential. Tell me what you've learned in the last few years that when you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be a different day than it was in the past.
Team. That's the next part. Team. I've got a guy that can guide me with what I'm doing. That can
That's
show me.
bullcrap. What you're telling me without any uncertainty whatsoever is you can't control your own destiny.
I hate to agree with Mark, but I agree with him 100%. You're looking for answers from people outside of yourself. I hate when people tell me the answer to my salvation is a consultant.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm not looking for a consultant, guys.
But you are. That's what you just said.
Well, no, you just said his team.
Every one of you has a team. Every one of you has somebody that you rely on. But now you make the final decisions.
Here's the thing, though. When I hear you say that you've been 10 years in the business and you're where you are right now, needing to ask us for money, it tells me something's wrong. There's some reason why this isn't taking off. I'm not sure what that is. I thought the scone was fine, but for me, I need to love the product and feel passionate and want to eat it constantly, and I'm not at that place, so for that reason, I'm out.
Sorry to hear that. What else can I answer for you? How can I bring us closer?
Well, Jay, here's how I see it. I agree with you. Nobody wins without a team, but I don't have time to be part of that overall team. I wish you all the best because you're a very nice guy, but I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful.
You know, I don't get emotionally involved. The scones are good. I eat scones. But there's nothing proprietary about making a scone. All there is executional excellence. And on that test, you failed once. Doesn't mean you can't recover, but cutting your sales in half in a commodity business like scones is never good. Look, this is about money. And I can't make any from what I see. I'm out.
Well, I have to thank you for your time.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Cheers.
And I'm out.
Mark never said he's out.
Mark never said he's out. That's the first. He gave up.
Something new every day.
Oh, my goodness.
Next up is Brian Altamari, whose business aims to help people with their extra baggage.
Hi, my name is Brian Altamari, and I'm from New York. My company is Lug Less, and I'm here asking for $100,000 for 10% equity. Sharks, people are tired of paying ridiculous airline baggage fees, tired of lost luggage, and tired of TSA pilfering through their luggage. So are we. That's why we've solved these problems forever. Introducing Lug Less, a door-to-door luggage shipping service that picks up your luggage from your home, office, or hotel and sends it to wherever you're going ahead of time. And when your trip is over, we'll pick your luggage right back up and send it on home for you. We send luggage to over 200 countries, 365 days a year. We sleep, eat, and breathe luggage shipping. Our mission is to be the voice of reason in a world gone mad with baggage fees and bring back the joy of traveling for millions of passengers who deserve a better travel experience with or without a first-class ticket.
Brian, hasn't this been done? It's called FedEx.
It has. FedEx does do shipping, but not like us.
Okay, what's the difference?
Difference is that we have a proprietary system and we have service flexibility. FedEx,
Sorry. FedEx, $40 billion company, I believe, last year. They don't have anything proprietary or service.
Of course they do. I probably should have led with that. Most importantly is service flexibility. Some of the differences, let's talk about price real quick, is any express or international, we're 20 to 60% less than if you went directly to FedEx.
Because you're bulk buying?
We're bulk buying. We have deep discounts.
Okay, so walk me through it.
Okay, so let's say, Mark, you're going to New York for upcoming Mavericks-Knicks game.
Right.
All right. Your private jet is in the shop, so you have to fly commercial.
Whoa.
Oh, that's not going to happen, so good.
You don't want to lug your bag, and you want it waiting for you at your hotel when you arrive. Perfect.
Right.
So, first, you go online, sign up less than 5 minutes. Then, you receive a packet from Lugless at your door. You open it up, and you place the reusable plastic luggage tag on the handle of the suitcase that you're sending.
Okay, well, there's a red flag right there. How long does it take for me to get the package?
Overnight.
So you can't help me right now?
Absolutely. You don't need this packet if you don't want it and you need it out that day. We have drop-off locations, or we can schedule a private pickup with one of our couriers.
So, you know, we have a big company, so we have our own FedEx account. Sure. So you're gearing it towards individuals.
We are, but we're also gearing it towards corporations and companies.
You're saying you could ship my stuff cheaper than I could with FedEx?
I'm going to say, even though you have a large company, we have very competitive rates.
You have to ship somebody a package first, so that's a cost.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to have a local delivery service come there, and then you still have the main shipping of the luggage. How do you add all that in there, and you're still cheaper than FedEx or
Well,
UPS?
for those are add-ons, and those are for those customers that want a little bit more white glove service, and they're willing to spend that.
What did you sell last year?
This year, $215,000 so far to date, 10 months.
That's gross or your net?
That's gross. Net is around $70,000 so far.
Have you tried to partner with airlines saying that this is more convenient and give them a piece of the action?
Not at this point. We're trying to partner with travel-related companies. Travel agents,
Well, what's more
hotels.
travel-related than an airline?
Well, they're collecting $3.4 billion on baggage fees. So right now...
but, you know, they're aware of what you're doing. They know what FedEx is doing. They may consider you to be an ally if you give them a piece of it.
I think it's a great idea. We just haven't led with that because we're focused on hotel chains, travel agents, concierge services, travel portals. That's really our market.
So am I correct? You're in the problem-solving business. I have my golf clubs. I call you. The guy comes, puts them in whatever, takes care of them. They show up. I don't have to do anything.
Nothing. It's all
So it's a premium service. It's not geared towards somebody who cares about cost. Am I right?
No, you're wrong. Right now, with the baggage fees, second, third, and fourth bag sometimes is more expensive than what we charge.
What do
especially
you
for
charge for an average size suitcase?
Sure,
Like,
so
point to
this
them.
would be a carry-on. That's $39, flat rate, anywhere in the U.S. Be standard bag, that's $59. This, let's say oversized, that would be $99. Surfboards, $149, and then golf clubs are $89.
But you're not the only luggage shipping service that's available online.
Absolutely not. We're the best brand, and we're definitely the fastest growing.
The question is, how do I value this business? How do I know that for $100,000, I shouldn't be getting 60% of it?
We have a lot of partnerships that are pending. I have a letter of interest from a company called Secure Wrap.
And what do they want to do?
They want to put our Lugless kiosk that we'll have next to them in the airports with them. So they package your bag, and they want us to be with them to fulfill service for them in their 53 airports. We'd get business there, and we'd also...
Why couldn't they just create an account with FedEx and do the same thing?
They don't want to get into the logistics of it. They don't want to worry about if there needs to be a private courier, which is one of the levels of service that makes us different. They don't want to do it.
So let's say this comes to fruition, right? You've got to set up a kiosk right there and hire employees to be there all the time. You're going to have to pack and ship a whole lot of luggage.
We're actually, I mean, the kiosk idea is as simple as just a tablet where you can sign up.
But then someone's got to deal with getting your courier or whoever to take it to wherever it needs to go.
I don't see it any more than a premium service because it's not going to be less money than the airlines. When you add the local courier, a guy picking it up, customer service, hey, Brian, where's my bag?
It's right now, it is. It's a premium service that's going to slowly get more to the masses when the baggage fees continue to remain where they are. And you're incorrect by saying we're more expensive. We're not. We're cost effective.
And I don't see it. I'm out.
Okay. Thank you.
The model kind of reminds me of what happens in the cellular telephone market. A new brand carrier like a Virgin sits on top of the infrastructure of another company and sells for very thin margins. You're doing the same thing on top of FedEx. I think what happens over time is maybe you scale, but your margins get crushed. I think that's the challenge because anybody can do this. And I'm not saying you won't as you run for building this brand. I've never heard of Lugless. I travel a lot. I personally, if I owned a piece of this company, would push for an airline deal. I'm out.
You're asking for $100,000 for 10% of the company, so you're saying that the company's worth $1 million. Why is that?
I'm asking that for a couple different reasons. One is the system that we've created. If you did what we did on the open market and created it, it's about $200,000, $250,000. Then we have these partnerships that we're talking about.
You have that contract already?
No, because we have hotel chains that we're speaking with. They're looking for a fully integrated lugless
I got
operation.
it. I understand. I'm out.
Thank you.
I love your entrepreneurial spirit, and I do think it's a good idea. But for me, the problem is you're up against too big a fish right now, and for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you. Mark?
You know, I typically like software plays like this that are scalable. But you have one huge problem. You've got other competitors that are bigger and have more marketing strength than you do. You're going to get crushed. You need an angle that differentiates you and just smacks people in the face. Quick, easy, cheap, now. And I don't think you've come close to doing that, and you didn't give me any indication that you're going to do that, so I'm out.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Brian.
Thanks. I don't think they understood that it's not just about the price, it's not just about the network, that it's about the industry, and that this is a growing industry.
My name is Robert Gifford, and I live in Linwood, Washington, with my wife and 2 beautiful daughters. And my business is called Geek Chic. I would describe myself as a geek. Any blow to the throat is 7 points of damage. I'm obsessed with all of the normal geek things. I have dozens of pocket squares, 80+ bow ties, hundreds of hats, and 30,000 comic books. Managing that is kind of the reason that the business was born. 1-5, yes!
Please make sure that everything gets put back where it belongs and don't leave this on the table.
My wife tolerates my hobbies. Like all good invention, it comes from a wife's ire. My wife was irritated by detritus that was sprinkled around her home. I realized I should fix it if I want to remain married, so I did. Yeah, we can do all of that in Walnut. I talked to you. Bye. Since I launched my business, we've been doing very well. I need an investment from the Sharks because I need more capital. It's the kind of problem that kills businesses all the time, and this is too good a business to not go forward. To geeks, finally being cool, huh? Hi, my name is Robert Gifford, and my company is Geek Chic. I'm here to offer 5% of my company for $100,000. So, I'm a geek. But as a geek, I am compelled to define that nebulous word. A geek is simply someone who's obsessively curious about one or more topics. Now, it's this obsession that leads us to become successful scientists, engineers, software moguls. We bring that same obsession to our hobbies and entertainment. Board games, video games, action figures, even comic books are bought mostly by adults. So, my wife tolerated my games on the dining table, my controllers and baskets on the coffee table, and white cardboard boxes invading our lives on Comic Wednesdays. But I could see that it aggravated her, and in a rare moment of marital insight, I realized that she deserved better. So, I started designing beautiful, geeky furniture that would be at home in our home. But then I had a more startling revelation that we all deserve better. Well, and that's where Geek Chic comes in. This is a black walnut 3x5 emissary dining table, but like many good things, geek, it's more than meets the eye. So if I reach back down here and push up a button, I reveal a second surface. This surface can be used for card games or board games or anything you want to do in progress or in storage. If I pull out of this drawer, it becomes a desk, and the desk is good for laptops or for running a role-playing game. We also have this rail that we can attach accessories like bins and counter holders and even wine glass holders. The configuration just opens up. Geeks, by accident or design, are shaping the world. And Geek Chic is the brand that's going to design and shape it with them. So, Sharks, and hopefully geeks, what do you need to know to become a part of Geek Chic?
Is this your only product, or do you have more products?
No, we have, this is one of 19 pieces of furniture that we currently offer.
Can I see it? So they're all tables and cabinets at the moment, or they're also chairs, or?
Chairs as well, absolutely.
Oh, this is really cool.
And this is the desk?
Yep.
Wow, very clever.
Do you customize then what's inside here? So it could be a poker table, it could be a crap table,
Right.
it could be whatever you decide to order?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what, you're seeing two examples there. There's a wet-dry erase surface that's over one of our maps.
Oh, look at this.
That thing, yeah, that just comes out. That would be, you could have that full inset for playing cards on.
What does this cost?
About $3,500, I would say.
Wow, that's reasonable for this quality.
How many sales do you have?
We did $2 million in sales last year.
Wow.
Okay. Yes.
Impressive.
What was your profit?
We were negative. We were in the red by $100,000 on $2 million.
Whoa.
We know what furniture manufacturers are worth. 5 times free cash.
Sure.
You don't have any free cash. Why are you worth $2 million?
I'm worth more than $2 million. The $2 million is what we did in revenue last fiscal year.
So what are your projected cash flows for this year?
I believe that our projected is about $400,000 or $500,000.
And what are you going to use the $100,000 from us for?
Well, I'm going to use it to probably buy a truck to expand our shipping operations and probably get some more machinery in a facility to increase our efficiencies.
What is your average order?
Average order is about $4,500.
So how much are your margins then on that table?
There's about $1,800 to make a $3,500 table.
So about 50%.
Yes.
The furniture manufacturing sector has been decimated in America. It's all in Asia now. Why are you staying alive? Why are you not a dead geek?
Because I am not trying to compete with China. China does what they do very, very well, but they aren't going to be able to make North American fully hardwood furniture in the same kind of way at a competitive level. They can't do that.
I think you're great. I love your enthusiasm. This is a beautiful table. Really beautiful. I've seen a lot of tables similar. I'm just not sure how you're going to get the competitive edge on top of them because some of them are very high-end. So for that reason, I'm out.
Robert, do you want to sell this to a lot of people, or do you want to stay very niche-oriented, make very high-end stuff, maybe grow to 10 million, and just keep it at that?
This company is going to be a lot bigger than $10 million. And I want to sell it to a lot more than just geeks. Everyone's looking at this and going, man, that is nice. I really do want that. That's
where I disconnect, Robert. I look at that and say, that's a table. You know, I don't see anything more there.
Do you see the functionality, though? Do you see it, Mark? Do you see that's the part, that part of this is about describing very specific function for people?
I mean, I see that what you're trying. Look, for me to get into a business, I've got to be relentless and dive in.
This sounds like you're trailing down to no, sir.
I'm just telling
Think about
you.
it for a second.
If it was geek chic in another direction, but furniture, that's just not me.
Geek furniture is the beginning of what we're doing. It is absolutely the beginning.
When you get to the rest of it,
give you a call.
Give me a call, but I'm out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Robert, let me tell you where I differ with your vision, that you want to be a big furniture guy.
I don't want to be a big furniture guy. I want to be a big company.
I buy into the design, but I don't buy into the furniture company part of it. I'm out.
Okay.
I have a story about biology class that may be relevant to this.
Okay.
I remember once counting fruit flies in a petri dish with a microscope. And after doing about 100 of them, with my little tweezer, I found one that was not black, it was white. It was clear white. And I held it up for the teacher and I said, what is this doing with the rest of my fruit flies? And he said, that's an anomaly. You're that fruit fly. You're the anomaly. You're in a really crappy business that got decimated over the last 20 years in America. But if you try and become a furniture company, you'll be like all the other fruit flies, dead in the petri dish. That's what I believe. I don't think you should raise any money or give up any equity. You should just be a happy fruit fly. I'm out.
Okay.
4 sharks are out.
Oh, yes. Damon.
I just don't know if we're going to have the same vision. If you do this geek angle, I just don't know if I can ride with that. But I'm in love with this stuff, and I'm in love with how you're running the company. You asked for $100,000 for 5%.
You're right.
I'm giving you an offer of $200,000 for 25%.
Now, I mostly made the offer at $100,000 for 5% because I was, counting the value that any shark could bring to my business, for sure. How about $500,000 for 15%?
So, Robert, you're raising your value. You've gone from $2 million value on the company to 3.3.
Yes, and I still think that that's probably undervalued.
Now I'm finding a flaw in your character. You see, you came in here and you offered that.
Not a flaw in my character, sir.
Robert, hang on a sec. Are you considering his offer?
No, I'm countering with a different.
I'm going to have to stay firm on that offer. My ticket to enter is my time and $200,000 and 25%.
25% is still too high.
Yeah, then it comes down to a yes or no, Robert.
We're great partners, man. You're 75%, I'm 25%.
Be true to yourself.
Robert, I'll give you more cash.
Four sharks are out. Damon's made an offer of $200,000 for a 25% stake. But Robert may have had a change of heart.
Robert, I'll give you more cash. I'll give you $300,000 for 25%. My vision is slightly different. I gotta tell you, when you have something beautiful and rare, you can charge more for it.
Did you just jump in on my geek?
I sure did.
He did.
Well, let's summarize what you've got here. David made you an offer of $200,000 for 25%, valuing your company at $800,000. And while you were whining about that, Robert made you an offer for $300,000 for 25%, valuing your company now at $1.2 million. Pee-wee the fruit fly, what are you going to do?
Could you bring your offer up to match Robert's offer at this point?
I cannot, because my time is worth.
This your time is. It's fair. That's completely fair. Thank you, Damon. I appreciate what you're
taking out a buzzsaw now?
You want 25% of my company, but then again, you said you don't get geek and you don't really understand it, and
yes.
I think that's probably not a good fit.
I told you, Wild Vision may not be on course. That's the decision you have to make.
That's probably not a good idea. Robert, I thought you were out.
The beauty of the Shark Tank, anything can change.
Robert, I'd like to accept your offer. Let's do this. We're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make a lot of money.
We sure are.
Thank you, Robert.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You just partnered with a termite.
Hey, listen. He's going to be good for me. You could have been good for me, too.
The fruit fly and the termite. It's a fable.
I think you definitely suck, Robert. You stole that one from me.
Oh, I feel really good about that one.
I feel good. I hope that this is going to be a great partnership and that the two Robert geeks will unite to form a more powerful entity.
Earlier this season, Aaron Krause made a deal with Lori Grenier for his high-tech scrubbing tool, Scrub Daddy.
It won't scratch any of your surfaces, but it will clean them beautifully.
I'm pretty confident that we could get this into retail stores within literally weeks.
Let's see what he's up to now.
So many exciting things have happened since Shark Tank in such a short amount of time. Lori helped me get Scrub Daddy into every Bed Bath & Beyond store nationwide. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you? When I was in the Shark Tank, Lori did make me a promise that she'd make me a millionaire within a year, and that hasn't happened. It's actually happened in a matter of weeks. In the 6 months before Shark Tank, I'd only done about $110,000 in sales, and now we've topped $2 million in just 15 weeks. I'm gonna give Scrub Daddy a really good workout. This represents your kitchen countertops, your cabinets, all your kitchen services. And look.
On QVC, we have sold 500,000 Scrub Daddies. I would definitely say Scrub Daddy is one of my best investments to date. Aaron is a true entrepreneur, the real deal, and I think the Scrub Daddy has the potential to be a $100 million product.
He's back to bright, fresh, and clean every time. I think Shark Tank is not just an inspiration, it's a motivator. The show makes people think that, you know what, I can do that. I can go out there and create a product, and I could get an investment and grow my own business.
Next up is Paige Delaval and Ashley Young, whose business was inspired by their experience in the U.S. Army.
Hey Sharks, I'm Paige, and this is my sister and business partner, Ashley. Our company is called Stellaval, and we are here today seeking $150,000 for 25% stake in our company. When we were West Point cadets and Army officers, we never got used to looking like this, when what we really wanted to look like was this.
Wow, I'm joining the Army. Wow. Wow.
So, we started a jewelry line unlike any other to encourage individuality and self-expression. Even though these Army fatigues camouflage our creativity, we had a clear vision for our life after the military. It was time for us to leave conformity behind, and Stellaval was born. It's an accessories line that reflects our innate sense of style and our unique background. Just like Paige and I, the line was designed to perfectly marry masculine and feminine characteristics. We have major retailers like Bloomingdale's and Henry Bendel, along with numerous boutiques selling our line. We've proven that our product is marketable on a small scale and now need the capital to grow Stellaval into a global brand reaching many retailers. We face adversaries much tougher than a shark. We are ready to meet a business partner as determined as we are to grow the Stella Val brand as strong as the U.S. Army.
Very nice.
Wow. Great presentation.
You were officers
Yes.
in the Army, both of you?
Yes.
So proud of you. Where did you serve?
I was in Afghanistan for 15 months.
Oh my God, you are
Wow.
amazing. So impressed.
Thank you.
Tell us about your start of the company.
Ashley and I actually got out the same exact week out of the military, and we knew that we wanted to be business women and we wanted to start a company together. We started out small and we just continued to grow our business because we reinvested every single dollar that we've made.
What are your sales like? How much have you sold of this?
Our total sales to date is about $75,000.
Over what period of time?
So last year was our first full year of sales, and we did about $37,000. But we're projected this year to sell about $80,000.
So are you currently in Bloomingdale's and Henry Bendel?
We recently just had 2 really successful trunk shows in Bloomingdale's and Henry Bendel.
What's a trunk show?
A trunk show is where the store asks you to come up and set up your stuff exactly, sort of like we have here, and we would stand there as designers and just talk to the end customer about our line, show them how it works.
Did Bloomingdale pick it up then?
The national buyer was so impressed with our sales. She does not doubt that we could triple, if not more, our sales. And she has confirmed 3 additional trunk shows for our brand.
Why would they keep asking you to come back and do trunk shows and simply not pick it up and distribute it throughout Bloomingdale?
They're testing. They're taking you broader. They're trying to see how people are reacting.
Because they're not sure.
What are the average prices?
Retailer products range anywhere from $50 to $375.
Can we look at them? I'd love to see
Absolutely.
them.
Which one of you is the designer?
I actually do more of the creative work, but we collaborate on the design. We kind of pass things back and forth and then decide on our collection. We basically have 3 collections here. So our first collection was all create your own, and you actually can unscrew all of these charms so that the customer can create their own.
So you buy extra ones and
That
put
looks
them in.
good on you, Lori.
I'm liking this.
What are your costs for your $50 item all the way up to your $375 item?
$3 to $45 per piece.
Your $3 cost items you sell retail for how much?
$96.
So your retail is 96 and you make it for 3?
Yes.
That's unbelievable margin.
Do you see most of your sales in the future coming from each of your collections or build your own where somebody has to be present to help the people?
We're asking for $150,000, and we did that for a very specific reason. What we want to do is to take the idea of the trunk show and replicate it across many different stores.
Why do you need
to do trunk shows? If Bloomingdale likes the sales, why wouldn't they just pick it up, sell it
probably will.
nationally?
Eventually they will. That's what we've been told.
I see this absolutely in a store like Bloomingdale's or Bendel. What does this sell for?
$375.
Yeah, $375.
We made it for $49.
$49. Wow.
So basically, this is very expensive costume jewelry, right? We have so many people that come in here trying to sell jewelry. The tank is full of jewelry, but yours is different because where you came from. Now, here's the bad news. You're not worth $600,000.
We think we are. So,
I don't think so.
and we've based that off of what we've made in the past and also the opportunities that we have.
You haven't made anything yet.
We've made $75,000 in revenue.
Sales.
Ignore him. You know what,
Exactly.
guys? At some point, you just have to look at somebody who just doesn't get it and say, next. So just ask them, you in or you out?
No, the question is, you haven't made any money yet, have you?
If we can replicate 10 trunk shows across any retailer, worst case scenario, we sell $500 a day revenue, we will generate in 60 days $300,000.
I can't get to your $600,000 valuation right now. I would never give you $150,000 for only 25%. To me, that's what the whole thing's worth today. I'm out.
What's your logic for replicating yourselves as opposed to just trying to get the big order in Bloomingdale's or other retailers?
We think we have to get the name out there before you can just put it on a shelf and people are coming in there for Stella Val. We don't have that brand recognition yet.
One of the hardest things to build is a brand.
Right.
I'm not sure I agree with the strategy. I'm out.
Just to talk to that point a little bit, though, when we got into Henry Bendel and Bloomingdale's, they didn't know our story. We went into an open call and stood in line with 500 other designers, and we went and we showed our designs to the buyer of Henry Bendel, and they loved our designs. They didn't know anything about Ashley and I yet. And we are the brand, and I think if we can get our story out there, people will come seeking our jewelry.
Paige and Ashley, I think it's an amazing story, but
We both have business degrees. We're ready to run the company. We just need the money, and that's what we want from you.
And the connection.
Listen, you're very.
You
I'm gonna have to close my eyes a minute because you're gonna convince me, which I don't want to be convinced.
This girl served 15 months in Afghanistan for you.
All right.
Come on, for your freedom. You are making money. You cannot back out on us.
Two sharks are out, and Paige and Ashley are trying to convince Damon not to become the third.
Damon, we know that you can.
I'm gonna have to close my eyes a minute because you're gonna convince me, which I don't want to be convinced.
15 months in Afghanistan for you.
All right.
Well, you are making money. She's getting shot at. Come on.
Wow, guilt trip.
Not back out on us.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Please don't, Mark, Lori.
There's your vice president of sales right there.
Listen, I have to be honest, but I really just don't like the jewelry. I'm out.
Lori.
Come on, Lori.
Mark, come on.
I think there's something very interesting here. I love your story. I love the combination of all of it together. Everybody in our country cares so much about all of you that have fought for us. And I think there's something there. This being jewelry that's for women with power, but I also think, in my mind, if a percentage of the proceeds went to the military.
We actually designed a screw in the Create Your Own, which is a star, and it's engraved USA. And we donate a portion of the proceeds to the Wounded Warrior Project. And Ashley actually mentors a wounded soldier.
I love these girls, Mark, and I think that there is something special here. I think the jewelry is great looking. I think that we could design even more things that could be this cool, edgy, powerful kind of jewelry from your background.
You can't pay $600,000 for this.
But, Mark, would you like to go in with me? I think that we can all together make this a hit.
Do you see this as a QVC product?
I think it could be, yes.
See, I actually like the fact that it might not be a QVC product.
I think they need everything, Mark. My gut feeling is you need stores. I think QVC would give you free advertising and get your name and your brand out there, and you can create special pieces just for QVC. I think there's a lot that could be done with it, and especially with how proud we are of your background. I think that story is really powerful. Mark, if you go in with me, maybe 30% of the company.
I'd rather put in a little bit more cash and get a little bit more of the company than 30%, because if there's two of us, there's got to be enough skin in the game. And for what it's worth, I started an organization called the Fallen Patriot Fund. It's something I believe in. So what if we both put up $100K, $200,000 for 40% of the company? That way you have more cash, you have more expertise, and we both have enough skin in the game.
I think 150 is where we should stick, at 30 or 35% of the company.
We'll do 150K for 35%, okay? Lori and I together.
I'm in on that deal, Mark.
By the way, you'd be insane not to take that.
We don't want any more talking, right?
So what are you going to do?
Mark and Lori, we accept your offer.
Right.
Thank you. It's done. Done.
Good.
Great.
Oh, God.
We're so
Congratulations.